presenting the transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky. Look! It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman. And now, Superman, mighty visitor from another world, who came to Earth when the planet Krypton was destroyed by quakes and explosions. Superman, who can twist steel in his bare hands, leap tall buildings at a single bound, race a speeding bullet to its target, and who walks about among human beings as champion of the weak and the oppressed, disguised as Clark Kent, news reporter. As our story opens today, we find Kent in the private office of editor Perry White. Listen.
Kent, how would you like to take up the search for Captain Alonzo Craig?
Craig? The Arctic explorer? Why, he's been missing for 3 years.
Look here. Now sit down and let me give you the whole story. Alonzo Craig was one of the most famous Arctic explorers in the world.
Yes, I guess everybody knows that.
Well, 3 years ago, he headed an expedition up into the islands north of Ellesmere Land. You know anything about that country, Kent?
No, not a thing, Chief.
It's very little explored. Just a maze of islands and ice fields and cliffs. The wildest rumors you ever heard.
What kind of rumors?
Well, most people don't believe them. Alonzo Craig made up his mind he'd prove them one way or the other.
But what kind of rumors?
Well, rumors that the islands north of Ellesmere Land are inhabited by Indians, or maybe Eskimos. Nobody seems to be exactly sure. But they're amazingly intelligent, as far as people can judge. Big, and tall, and strong, and they're white.
What?
Well, that's what the story is. A race of giant white men. But that isn't all, Kent. Tie your hat on good and tight and catch this. They're ruled by a single king, some kind of a witch doctor or medicine man, and that witch doctor never dies.
Oh, come off, Mr. White. Don't tell me you fall for stuff like that. Just isn't possible.
No, it isn't possible. But Alonzo Craig wasn't a fool, Kent.
Well, don't tell me he believed it.
He went up north to investigate. Traveled thousands of miles over desolate country just 3 years ago this week.
And what happened to him?
Nobody knows. That's why we sent Ray Martin, one of our reporters, up there after him. And old Professor Peters.
Peters? The museum man? Oh, say, I know him well. Well, did Martin report anything?
Not a word in the last month. Both Ray Martin and Professor Peters seem to have vanished in thin air, just like Alonzo Craig did.
You don't mean it.
Well, that's why you're going after them, Kent. You're going to look for Peters and Martin. And if humanly possible, you're going to find out what happened to Alonzo Craig. Steady, Rome. White. Who? Who? Why, yes, certainly I know her. Send her upstairs. Tell the boy to bring her in when she gets here. Say, that's mighty queer. Almost uncanny. You'd never guess in a million years who's coming up.
All right, Mr. White, who is it?
Miss Paula Craig, Alonzo Craig's twin sister.
His sister? What does she want?
Well, that's what I'd like to know myself. She certainly can't have heard about Peters and Martin disappearing.
Well, while we're waiting, what about them? What makes you think they're missing?
Kent, they were supposed to keep in touch by shortwave radio with the base at Port Ormond. They did for a while. 4 weeks ago, the radio went dead.
Oh, well, that might not prove anything, Mr. White.
On the other hand, it might prove a good deal. Because yesterday I received an important message.
What was that?
Our man at Port Ormond telegraphed it down. It's common gossip among the Indians at the trading post that Martin and Peters have been lost.
Lost? Well, how would Indians know that?
Don't ask me, Kent. Apparently they do know something, and they won't tell. Come in. Oh, hello. Hello there, Miss Craig.
Oh, Mr. White, I hope I'm not bothering you. They said to come right in.
Why, certainly, by all means. Oh, may I present Mr. Kent, Mr. Clark Kent, Miss Paula Craig.
How do you do, Mr.
How do you
Craig?
do?
It's a funny thing you picked out today to come in, Miss Craig. Kent's on his way to Port Ormond in the north.
Mr. White, something's happened, and I don't know what to make of it.
Why, what is it?
You remember about the rings. I think I told you about them.
Well, you might tell Kent.
Mr. Kent, Alonzo and I were twins. When we were graduated from school, my father gave us both identical rings, carrying his initial and our mother's initial in a sort of seal on the back.
Well, the point is, Kent, that Captain Craig always wore his, and Miss Craig always wore hers. That is, she did until Ray Martin went north.
Exactly, Mr. White. When you sent your searching expedition north to find my brother, I gave Mr. Martin my ring to take with him. You see, I thought it might help him identify Alonzo.
I understand, Miss Craig. But you said something peculiar happened.
Yes, very peculiar. This morning, I received a small package in the mail. And when I opened it, well, look.
Why, that's one of the rings.
Oh, Miss Craig. Who sent you that?
Mr. Kent, it came down from Port Ormond by air. My brother's old navigator, Captain Walters, wrote that he bought it from an Indian. It's my brother's ring.
Why, that's amazing.
Great heavens. But all the time. Look, I never noticed it. Kent, your train leaves in 20 minutes.
My train? Oh, yes, it slipped my mind.
Miss Craig, now, I'm going to be terribly rude now, but I'll make amends some other time.
Well, Mr. White, I don't understand.
Well, now, look here. Kent has only 20 minutes to catch his train. Leave Captain Waller's letter in the ring here, and Kent will take the ring north with him. I'll call you once I get my bearings.
Oh, of course, Mr. White. I hope I haven't upset you.
Oh, fine. You're a real soldier, Miss Craig, a real soldier. And don't worry. I'll call you in a day or two.
All right. Goodbye, Mr. Kent, and good luck.
Goodbye, Miss Craig. And we'll find your brother for you.
Thank heavens. Kent, we'd better work fast.
I'll say so. Mr. White, I can't possibly catch a train in 20 minutes.
Forget it. I have to get her out. Now, Kent, look here. Look at this ring.
Oh, what about it?
She hasn't heard about Martin and Peters being lost. She took it for granted that this was her brother's ring, that somehow it had come back from Alonzo Craig.
What's the letter say?
Oh, forget the letter. Walters thought the same thing, and they're both wrong.
Mr. White, what do you mean?
Kent, this isn't Alonzo Craig's ring.
What?
They're supposed to be identical, but they're not. I can tell by this scratch on the inside of the band here, see? I put that scratch there myself before Ray Martin took the ring.
Great Scott. You're not saying...
Kent, I am. This is the ring Paula Craig gave to Ray Martin. Now then, what's happened to Martin and Peters? And how under heaven did this ring get back to Port Ormond and into Captain Walter's hands?
Telegram, Mr. White.
Here, give it here. Kent, this is from Captain Walters, Ike Walters, up at Port Ormond.
Yes?
He was the one who took Alonzo Craig to Ellesmere Land. I told him you were coming.
What's he say?
Urge your man to use all speed. Time may be important. May know more when he gets here. Walters. Kent, what's going on up there?
Mr. White, I don't know. But I'm going to find out. Say, maybe I can catch that train after all.
Speeding through the upper air, red cape streaming in the wind, the man of steel soars over the Great Lakes, northward to Hudson Bay, and northward again to the tiny settlement of Port Ormond. And presently, on the deck of an icebreaker, buffeting her way through the fog and ice, Clark Kent, reporter, talks with the ship's master, Captain Walters.
Any idea where we are, Captain Walters? Mighty heavy fog out there.
Getting up there, Mr. Kent. Any time now, we'll be hitting right into Ellesmere Land. And when we get there, we take the dog sled.
Oh, plenty cold, all right. Say, don't you ever use your foghorn?
Not up here. Except now and again to tell if we're close to an iceberg. Sometimes the sound will bounce off.
Icebergs around here?
Oh, sure up. Mighty lucky if we don't run right into one. Didn't hear no echo that time.
Look here, Captain. Down at dinner, you started to tell me about Alonzo Craig. What's all the mystery about?
Nobody knows, Mr. Kent. All of a sudden, he just up and lit out, with only an engine sled driver.
But why? Why would he do a thing like that?
Well, some of the men in his expedition said he heard about the Luck of the North, so he set out to find it.
The Luck of the North?
Yep.
What's that?
That's a treasure, Mr. Kent. Or that's what they say it is. Millions and millions of dollars, gold and precious stones. Land knows what not.
What? Up here?
Now, don't ask me if it's true. Don't ask me how it got here, if it is true. All I know is what they tell me.
But where is it? Who owns it?
Well, they say the Indians owned it. Some say it was always here, and some say it come from pirates and such a couple 100 years ago.
Do you believe it yourself?
Mr. Kent, I declare I don't know. I've seen some mighty queer things up here in the north. Hey, ain't it getting some colder all of a sudden?
Oh, I'd say so. Going through me like a knife. The fog's thicker, too. Say, look here, Captain.
Yeah?
What about these Indians you were talking about?
Well, nobody knows much about them neither, Mr. Kent. They keep to themselves, and their old witch doctor backs them up. If you ask me, Alonzo Craig went after the Luck of the North, and the Indians went after Craig.
All right, but what about Ray Martin and Professor Peters? Oh, and by the way, you never did tell me how you happened to find that ring.
Now, listen. You hear that echo? That means there's a berg right close by.
Yeah?
Iceberg! Iceberg dead ahead!
Astern! Full speed astern! Hey, look. Off the starboard beam. Coming through the fog. Iceberg's closing in on us.
Captain Walters, what'll we do? Look! Look!
I see it. I ain't blind. There ain't nothing we can do. Hey, look out! Stay where you are now, Kent. I got to work past you. Hold her off! Put your helm down hard!
There, he's gone. They'll never see me in the fog. Great heavens, those bergs are all around us. I think it's time Superman went to work. Up, out, and away! Look at those bergs. They're bigger than mountains. Thousands of tons of solid ice. They're all around the ship. If I can't do something fast, she hasn't got a chance. Down, right into the water. Now then, have to shove this one out of the way. Force a passage for the boat. Good thing they can't see me in the fog. Now. No good. Not quick enough. The ice is closing in. It's crushing the boat.
Whoa there! Whoa, you Crystal! Whoa! Now down!
What's the matter? What are we stopping for, Captain?
Mr. Kent, I don't know. I can't be sure. But I feel as if something was watching me. Following close behind all the time and watching out there in the dark. Don't you feel that?
Well, since you mention it, I do.
You was asking me if I was afraid. I am afraid, Mr. Kent. I'm afraid of what may happen. Listen, that's Chico, the lead dog. And he's afraid, too. Look at him. He's standing right up in his harness. They hear things that we don't hear, Mr. Kent. Who's to say that they don't see things we don't see?
Stop it, Walters. Your nerve's gone. You'll have me seeing things and hearing things next. Now, look here. Back on the boat before we made shore, you started to tell me why you sent that telegraph message to Editor White about having to hurry.
What about it?
Well, what did you mean?
Well, I'd found that ring, hadn't I? The one you said Alonzo Craig's sister gave Martin.
Yes, I meant to ask you about that. Where did you get it?
An Injun brought it down to Port Ormond. But he'd never say where he got it.
Do you think he stole it?
Maybe so. But how? Martin had it when he left Port Ormond for Ellesmere Land. I know that.
Oh, look, Walter, stop beating around the bush. Tell me what you really do think. Great Scott, man, this isn't time to keep things back.
All right, I will tell you. I think Alonzo Craig found out where that Injun treasure was, the Luck of the North. And I think that old witch doctor got him.
What? The head of the tribe? The one who never dies?
That's what they say.
Well, all right. What about Peters and Martin? Who got them?
I don't know. But Peters and Martin, they never should have come up here. The tribe hates white men. They've proved that before.
I understand they're white themselves.
Oh, maybe. Nobody knows for sure. Nobody's ever been up here to see.
Chico. What's the matter with him? Walters, look. He seems to see something.
Kent, he does see something. Up in the sky.
What?
Kent, look.
Good heavens. Walters, what is it?
It's a man. The figure of a man up in the clouds. The figure of a man in pale green fire. Kent!
Look. It's getting clearer. It's tremendous, Walters. It's an Indian. It's the figure of an Indian.
He's got his hand raised. It's a warning, Kent. It means to go back. What is it? Look.
Walters, you stay right here. Don't move.
Kent, where you going? Wait.
Just stay by the sled. Keep the dogs quiet.
It's getting brighter. Kent!
I don't know what's going on here, but I'm certainly going to find out. There's something in those clouds, all right. Up we go. Up. I can't blame Walters for feeling shaky. I've felt the same way myself. Unseen eyes following us, watching us all the time. Now then, into those clouds. Whatever you are, here we come. Oh, it's queer. Not a thing. Not a sign of Indians or fire or anything else. Just clouds and mist. Well, I don't understand it. There isn't anything here, yet I did see that figure, whatever it was. Walters was right. It was warning us away. Well, no use staying up here. Might as well get back down and see what happens next. Down we go again. Down.
Where are you, Kent?
Coming, Walters. I'm right here.
Well, where you been?
I ran up to that little hummock to see if I could make something out of that thing in the sky.
It ain't there no more. Did you see anything?
No, not a thing.
Well, we see it. You can't get around that.
No, I'm not trying to. The question now is, what do we do?
I'd say we go back right now.
Oh, it's too dark. We'd miss our own trail.
I'd say try it anyway. Do you want to spend the night here? What's the matter? What you looking at now?
I'm not sure. Up there ahead, through the opening in those cliffs. Can you see anything?
Too dark to see much.
Looks like a valley opening out beyond the cliffs. Look, Walters. Look, through that opening. Don't you see something up there? Don't you?
Which way? No, I don't see nothing.
Look again. Keep looking.
Wait a minute. Yes, I do see something, Kent. It's a light.
That's it, Walters. There's a flickering light up in that valley. It's almost like a signal light. Come on.
Come on. What do you mean? Where are you going?
Up there, of course. Man, don't you understand? It may be Peters and Martin.
Can't wait. What about that figure? That engine in the sky? Whatever it was, it said, go back. Go back, just as plain as day.
Never mind. We're going on, Walters. We've got to. Come on, get the dogs going. Hurry up.
Kent, I'm telling you, we better not.
Walters, if it is Peters and Martin and they're hurt or dying of starvation, would you want to leave them here to die? Would you?
No, we couldn't do that. Engines or no engines. Briscoe! Chico, up! Get up! Come up!
That's the stuff, Walters. I know you wouldn't quit. We'll head right for that opening in the cliff. Look, the light's still there.
Come on, get a move on you! Mush, get him
Far away in the darkness of the Arctic night, a faint and flickering signal beckons to Clark Kent and Captain Walters. Under the shadow of the cliffs, on across the crackling ice fields, the panting dog team draws ever closer. And meanwhile, behind them and on every hand, dark forms close in along the trail, slipping silently from rock to rock, hiding behind shadowy blocks of snow and ice.
There it is, Walters. We're through the opening of the cliff. There's the light.
It is a light, sure enough. Say, there's a hut there, too. Eskimo ice house. I can just make it out.
All right. This is close enough. Stop the team. Pull up.
Oh, there you go. Chico, down. You think this is close enough? I'll have to peg down the dogs.
Sure, we'll walk the rest of the way. Well, that light's still there. Make it fast, Walters.
All right. I reckon this will hold them.
All right, come on. If it's Peters and Martin, they may be in bad shape.
Kent, the light's gone out.
That's so. It was up there on top of the hut. Must have been some kind of a lamp. Here we are. Did you think to bring a light?
Yeah, I got my flashlight.
Good.
There's the door.
All right, I'll go first. You crawl in behind me.
Careful now. You don't know what's in there. Maybe you better take the light.
It's all right. Come on in.
Well, say, I don't... Why, it's empty. There ain't nobody here.
Martin. Ray Martin. Professor Peters.
No use. This is all there is to it. If they was here, you'd see them. But look, there's a whole lot of stuff here. Maybe if we got a look at that, we might be able to tell if it was theirs or not. Listen, Kent. The dogs.
What's happening?
Something's got after them. Kent, you stay where you are. Don't go outside. Don't you do it.
Captain, whatever it is, we've got to save those dogs. Do you want to die right here? Come on, out the way we came in, out through the hole.
No, don't you do it. Kent, look. There was a face there at the door. An engine, Kent, an engine.
All right, then we know what we're up against. Come on.
No, don't you see? They set that light. They just wanted to catch us in the hut. It was a trick, Kent.
Come on, Walter. Stay here if you like. I'm going out. Oh, all right. If you want trouble, you can have it. Just wait till I get outside. Oh, think you'll try knocking my brains out, do you? Well, come closer and try again. There we are, out in the clear. Now then. I think I can do better from the air. If it doesn't do anything else, it may startle a bit. Watch out. Here I come. One in each hand. That ought to give them something to think about. There. How do you like that? Try to knock strangers on the head, will you? There. Now then, where's Walters? Oh, there he comes. Watch it! The devils! Oh, they've hit Walters with a club.
but I'll settle that. I've just been playing before. See how you like this.
Here, now, you're coming around all right, Captain.
What? Where am I?
Right here, inside the igloo. How do you feel?
Kent, what happened?
We were mobbed, Walters. One of your Indian friends hit you over the head with a club before I could stop him.
Indians? But where are they now?
They're gone, thank you. I told them to go, and they went like that.
What? You fought them off? But they'll come back?
Oh, no, they won't. Not those Indians. I'll forget it, Walters. I've got something much more interesting, if you're not feeling too low.
I'll be all right. I got a good thick head. What's up?
Walters, you were right, and so was I.
What do you mean?
It was a trap, all right. Those devils meant to get us in here and probably wipe us out. And I'm afraid that's what happened to Peters and Martin, too.
Kent, what do you mean?
I've been searching around. I found something here in the igloo, something mighty important. Can you sit up, Walters?
Yep.
There. All right. Just look here. Look at this.
What you got there? What is that, Kent?
Let me see that diary you found here in the igloo. My gosh, Kent. You really think it's Martin's? Positive. I'd no Ray's writing anywhere. And you say it was buried under the ice?
Yeah, the Indians got almost everything else, but they didn't get this. There isn't a doubt of it, Walters.
Sure seems not.
Those devils did to Peters and Martin just what they tried to do to us. And Martin writes it all down. Listen to this on the last page. Here. Can't write much more. They're closing in. We'll try to hide the diary and convince Craig is still alive. And there it stops.
Then the Indians came.
Right. The Indians came. And we may never know what happened next. But I don't understand it, Walters. Listen. I'm going outside. I'll feed the dogs and unpack the sled.
I'm coming too. Give me a hand up, Kent.
No, now you stay where you are, Walters. It was a nasty clip on the head you got.
Oh, I'm all right.
Hey, look where we got you last night. We're right on the edge of a coastline. Look, will you? There's open water out there. And what's that thing? Walters, look.
I see it, Kent. Coming right down the strait. It's a native kayak. Eskimo canoe.
Well, I wonder what he's after.
He's a scout. Look at him drive that kayak. Say, I reckon he don't see them walruses. He better watch out.
Quick. I'll go down one side of that little point. You go the other. We'll catch him and make him talk.
Oh, Kent, I'm sorry. I can't make it.
What?
I reckon I'm just about all in, Kent. Oh.
Oh, he just fainted. He'll be all right. And is that a bit of luck? Superman can do so much better than Clark Kent. And with Walters out of the way, who'll be the wiser? Off we go. Down to that point. He can't see me now, but I'll be able to see him and jump out at him when he comes by. This'll do it. Now then. Oh, he's certainly traveling. Must be out for exercise. And he doesn't see those walruses. Oh, what's the matter with him? He's heading right past them. Why, the fool! Oh, that old bull's getting ready to charge. He's after the kayak. Oh, he's got him. I think it's time Superman took a hand in this. Up we go. Up. Faster. Certainly going to be close. Got to hurry. He's closing in. Paddle, you fool! Now then, down. Oh, he's got the kayak. He's upset it. Down, faster. No, you don't. I want this man myself. Get away from here. Go on, beat it. Let's get this man before he drowns. Get down in that kayak right now. Come on, I said, get out. All right, if you won't leave, I will. Got to pick this fellow up and take him ashore. Now then, got him loose. Turn him over. Oh, great heavens. It's not an Indian at all. What? It's Professor Peters, and he's half drowned. I got Peters and Walters on my hands now. Up we go. Back to the hut. Up, and away. All right, Professor. How's it going now?
Mr. Kent, I can't thank you enough. That bull walrus. They're killers, too, them bulls. Say, do you mind telling us what in thunderation you was doing paddling that kayak?
Doing? When?
Just now, when we looked. You were standing down that strait like the devil was after you.
My dear Captain Waters, the devil was after me. The devil chief of the Cunalaka Indians.
What? He's coming this way? The old medicine man? Professor, you've actually seen him?
Yes, Kent, I've seen him. The chief who never dies. When I last saw him, he was preparing a tribal sacrifice.
What? A sacrifice?
Just so, Captain. One in which poor Ray Martin and I were to be the central figures.
Peters, what are they going to do?
Oh, my dear fellow, it's much better not to ask.
Do you know?
Yes, I have seen the preparations. Just before I escaped. It was one or the other of us, Kent. Martin is sick. I went for help.
What's that? Martin sick? Peters, that sacrifice. When are they going to do it?
I think I heard them say noon.
Noon? Walters, you've got to watch. What time is it now? Kent, you can't do anything. The professor and me can't walk. And anyway...
Oh, what time is it, man?
11:30.
Professor, there's Indian camp. Where is it? How far away?
Oh, Kent, you can't do it. It's horrible, but you can't.
All right. Where is it?
It's up the coastline, but it's 20 miles. You can't possibly get there.
Kent, what are you doing? Come back.
What do you think I'm doing? I'm going to get Ray Martin.
I know, but you can't.
Kent, you're out of your mind. One man against the tribe.
Well, maybe they haven't got guns.
I know they haven't, but you can't get there in time, Kent. You really, you can't do it.
Well, they may be late. May not start at noon. I'll take the dogs. You and Walters stay here in the hut. You said follow the coastline, eh? All right, so long.
Kent, wait a moment.
You can't
possibly do it.
Wait a minute. Can't make it, eh? Well, we'll see if I can. Gotta take these dogs part of the way, just for the sake of appearances. After that, well, we'll see if Superman can't beat the clock. All right, come on your feet. Chico, Frisco, up. All right, now, get it up. Out you go. Hush. This is something like about 50 times faster than dogs. Let's see now. Peter said 20 miles up the coast. Ought to be there. Huh, what's that? Smoke. That's it. That's the camp, all right. Got to hurry. See, they're all out there. Got some kind of an altar. Big stone. I'll circle over and see what they're up to. Oh, the devil. What are they up to? There's Martin, laid out on that stone. Who's that coming now? Good heavens. Peters was right. Now's the time, all right. Well, I'll strike them first. And if that doesn't work, well, down we go. Down. Sorry, boys. Afraid I've got to break up the party if you don't stand back with those clubs. Watch it, you. Oh, you would, eh? Well, let's see you stop this. That's all for you now. Can't stop any longer. Ray, are you all right? Ray. Oh, Dick is almost dead. Ray, it's Clark Kent. You're saved. It's all right. Let me in those ropes. There we are. That does it. Up we go. And just in time. Up, and away. Got to make time now. He's in a bad way. Got to get back to the sled and pack him in blankets. Faster. Even then, I don't know. Faster. There they are. Now, down. There they are. Now. That's it. They're all covered up. Ray, are you all right? Ray, Clark Kent. Ray, don't you know me? It's Kent. Clark Kent.
Kent. Good old Kent. No, you're gone.
Ray, you bet I came. Oh, you'll be all right now. Everything's going to be all right.
No use. I'm going, Kent. Going fast.
No.
Listen.
Ray, no, you're not going.
Listen,
No.
Kent. Listen, please, Kent.
All right, Ray. What is it?
Map, Kent. In the pocket. Map.
A map. All right. Forget the map, Ray.
No, Kent. Map shows way to the secret gallery.
What?
Gallery. Listen, Kent. Gallery, where treasure, Kent. Look up the north. Ice caves. Far down in ice.
Oh, Ray, never mind the treasure. Do you think we care about that?
Gold. Emerald, Kent. Take map and ice. And that's not all. Look out, Kent. Careful. Craig.
What? Ray, what did you say?
Craig. Alonzo Craig.
Ray, what about Craig? Where is he?
Yes. Alonzo Craig.
Yes?
Look out. Craig.
Ray Martin. Ray, what is it? Ray, what about Alonzo Craig?
No use. Whatever it was, we'll never know. Not now.
My dear Captain Walters, you're quite right. It's as plain as day. Martin found out, heaven knows how, the secret of the Indian treasure, and he made this map.
But why only half of it? We can't get anywhere with this.
Just a moment. There's writing on it. Entrance is here to sunken temple of ice. White terror.
White terror? What did you mean?
There's something missing. Kent, my dear fellow, this map does us no good whatsoever. It's not complete.
Here, let me see it again. Think you dropped something. Where's that ring? The one I sent down to Paula Craig. It fell out of my pocket. Wait, Scott.
The ring, why, it's broken. What happened to it?
No, it's not broken. It opened up. There's a secret compartment back of the seal. Now look. There's something inside the compartment.
Kent, do you mean to say you've never opened that ring before?
I never knew it could be opened. Professor Walters, look here, will you? Oh, my land. If it ain't another map, all folded up into a little wad.
Oh, no, wait a moment. It's not another map. Kent, it's the missing half of the map we were just looking at.
Professor, you're right.
Match them up. There you are. That's it. Now, Martin's map, complete.
Wait, that ain't possible. Sure it is, Walters, don't you see? Martin made the map during those weeks when he and the professor were held prisoners. He found out about the secret compartment, and he hid half the map in the ring.
I know, Kent, but I don't understand.
The Indians robbed you and Martin of everything you had, didn't they?
Yes, indeed they did, of every last thing.
All right, that proves it. Martin made his map. He hid half of it in the ring. Then the Indians robbed him. Whichever one got the ring brought it down to Port Ormond and sold it to Captain Walters, not knowing it contained a secret compartment.
Godfrey, it don't hardly seem possible.
Well, maybe not, but it's just what happened, all right. What about the map, Professor? Can you make it out?
Kent, it shows a perfect route from here to a place called the Cliffs of Ice. And it says that's where we'll find the treasure.
A route. Could we follow it with the dog team?
I don't see why not. Captain, look here.
Hey, I reckon we could at that. What's that writing?
Here. The treasure exists. Look in the sunken temple. The witch doctor guards it constantly. Beware the white terror.
What's it mean?
Enter from the valley of the cliffs. Take care, Alonzo Craig. And that's all. Right there, the writing stops.
I don't get it at all. What's this about Craig? We'll never know that. Come on, we're on the right track anyway. I'll go harness the dog.
Northward over 50 miles of ice fields, into the mountains of the Cunalaka. While the Arctic twilight fades into night, Kent, Peters, and Captain Walters arrive at last in the valley of the cliffs. And the trail vanishes. No sign of a clue. No opening in the overhanging wall of jagged ice. Tired, worn, the men come together again after fruitless hours of searching.
Oh, let it go, Walters. Look, there's the professor. Maybe he's found something.
It ain't likely.
Hi there, Professor. Any luck?
No, my dear Captain. No luck at all. No, I'm afraid Ray Martin's map will miss a necessary clue.
We'll wait for daylight. Maybe we'll be able to see better. Anyhow, there's been no sign of Indians. That's something.
I imagine this must be a sacred valley. They probably don't come near it.
What's that? Oh, it's them dogs. They're fighting again. Lend a hand now, quick, before they chew each other to bits.
Oh, I say, look. Chico's broken loose. He's out of the toilet, Walters. He's running off. Catch him, Walters. Whistle at him.
Walters, whistle at that dog.
Chico! Come back here, Chico! Confound that dog.
Walters will get him. There, he's answering the whistle. That's all right.
Okay. Jump, quickly. The cliff. Look out, jump. Look out. Great Scott. What happened? Part of the ice cliff broke away and I nearly fell on us. My dear Kent, that was a very narrow shave.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Dory, look at that cliff. Who did it?
You did it, with your whistle. What? Beyond a doubt. When you whistled, my dear Captain, the high, shrill note jarred loose a portion of the ice cliff.
I don't believe it.
Well, it's a well-known scientific phenomenon. The shrill sound set the ice vibrating and broke the cliff loose. Wait a moment. Where's Kent?
Hey, come here, Peters. Walters. I think I found it.
You found it? Found what?
Hey, look, there's a great big hole. Professor, Captain Walters, this is it. The entrance to the sunken temple Ray Martin mentioned on his map. Look at that hole. It opened up when that ice cliff fell.
The entrance? Good grief, that can be the entrance.
Ah.
Hey, where are you going?
Inside, of course. Come on, bring your flashlight.
You'd better be careful, Captain. No telling what this may lead to.
I tell you, this can't be the temple. Why, my land, you don't suppose them Indians knock half the cliff off every time they go into the temple, do you?
Now, never mind. May not be the regular entrance, but it'll do. The cliff fell down and exposed the gallery. Look, it's been carved, too. Now, this place didn't just happen. It was cut right out of the ice.
Yes, sir, he's right. Look at that thing. It's an altar, and this passageway is running out through the wall.
Walter. Kent. We've come directly into the middle of the Temple of Ice. And up there above us, you can see the sky through that huge opening. You note how the echo has stopped? And somewhere, probably very near us, is a sacred treasure.
What was that?
Laughing. It sounded like someone laughing.
Someone. That wasn't nothing human. That wasn't.
Quiet. Listen, both of you. What was it Martin said? The witch doctor guards the treasure.
Professor, do you think...
Listen. That was the witch doctor of the Cunalakas, the ruler of the tribe who never dies. And he's somewhere hidden in these ice caves.
Look, you two stay right here. I'm going to look for that thing, whatever it is. Wallace is right. It's not human.
Kent, don't be a fool.
Don't you do it, Kent. Stay here now. Keep quiet. Turn out the flashlight. I'm going to catch that thing and see what it is.
Look there on the other wall. Kent, great heavens, look. It's the devil himself.
Out for the lights, quick.
Now then, let's see if Superman can't catch a witch doctor. Thing I can see in the dark. Ah, there he goes. Down that corridor. Too late, my friend. You can't get away. Faster. Now then, got him. Oh, he's strong. Strong as an elephant. Now you can't choke me. Come on to that. Up where I can see you. Oh, all right. You asked for it. See how you like bouncing off a nice wall. See how you like this. That fixed him. Devil or witch doctor, whatever he is. Now to make sure. What's this? Great Scott, what the... Why, it's not possible. It can't be.
Kent, where are you? Look out, Kent! He's coming! The White Terror! Kent!
Now what? Something's gone wrong. Well, I'll leave you here for the minute, my friend. You won't come through till I get back. Something's attacked Peters and Walters. Sounded like an animal. Huh? There he is. Faster!
Kent, where are you? Look out!
Stay back, both of you! Stay back! Now then, first the devil and a bear. Oh, a polar bear, bigger than anything I ever saw. Here he comes. Back you go. Back! Try to claw me, will you? Not this time. Get out of here. Go on, get going. I like animals. I don't like to hurt them unless I have to. Glad that bear turned tail. Now, back to Peters and Walters as Clark Kent.
Walters, Professor Peters, where are you?
Here, Kent. Are you all right? Kent, your light. What happened?
This way, Professor. Here, follow the flashlight. It's safe enough now.
Gosh almighty. What was it?
Kent, are you all right? Great heavens, what was that thing?
That was the White Terror Ray Martin warned us about. A full-grown white polar bear.
Anyway, what did you do? We heard a fight.
Oh, I drove him off. Hit him on the snout, luckily. Never mind that now. Something much more important. Look here.
Where? What is it?
Hold the light, Walters. There.
Well, what of it? It's that ring again.
No, it isn't.
What?
I found the witch doctor, and he was wearing that ring. Peters, Captain, that ring belonged to Captain Craig. And I can tell you something else, too. I'm sure of it. Walters, listen. Fair hair, taller than I am by half a foot.
And what are you saying?
A deep scar running all the way along his right jaw. Who answers that description, Walters?
Kent, you've seen him. Where is he?
Back there in the ice caves, unconscious.
Oh, Kent, what are you talking about?
Professor, he's raving mad. Bewitched, if you like, out of his mind. But that witch doctor, the medicine man who never dies, the ruler of the Cunalacas, is the missing explorer, Captain Alonzo Craig. Listen, it's he. Craig, he came to. He's getting away. Peters, Walters, follow me. After him. Come on.
You notice where we have our fire built, Kent? Apparently on the altar of the temple.
What about it?
Well, there seems to have been fire here before. That accounts for the wood.
I wonder what they do down here.
Oh, native rituals, dances, something of that sort, I imagine. Possibly in connection with the treasure.
I wonder if Ray Martin was right. If there really is any treasure.
Find Alonzo Craig, Kent. Find out how he was turned from a man in the prime of life into the witch doctor of the Cunalacas. If you can find that out, discovery of the secret of the treasure will be very easy.
I never should have let Craig escape.
You quite sure the witch doctor was Craig?
Positive, Professor.
It's amazing. Simply amazing.
How do you explain it? What's the answer?
It's hard to say, Kent. I don't believe in magic.
Oh, nor I.
But there's something here we don't understand. Either Craig has lost his mind or he's under the influence of some terrific force or drug.
Well, if that's true, what chance have we even if we do find him?
Kent, I don't know. It all looks hopeless. Kent, what's that? That grinding. Wait a moment, don't move.
Professor, behind you. Back at the altar.
Good heavens, what is it?
In the light of the fire, look. Professor, a whole section of the ice is swinging to one side. It's a door. It's an opening door.
Kent, look. That was no accident. Look into the opening.
There's a passageway.
I think we'll find, Kent, that passageway leads into the treasure chambers of the Cunalacas.
But how? What made it open? I don't understand.
The heat of the fire, Kent. It's part of the ritual. When they lit their fire on the altar, just as we lit ours, the heat started the mechanism that opens the ice door.
Professor, got your light?
Yes, but it's going dim, but still and on, it may do.
Well, come on. We're going through that opening. Follow me.
Right. Yes. What do you see? Where does it lead? Leads into a room. Look, Kent, this is it. Look at those carvings on the wall, cut from the living ice. And there in the corner, it's another altar. And there's something on it. It's a chest, an old wooden chest. 17th century. Maybe older. Spanish or Portuguese. Professor, I'm going to break it open. Oh, it's Walters will only come back. His flashlight is getting weaker and weaker. I can't wait for Walters. Come on, lend a hand, Professor. Kent, you can't possibly do it. I think I can. Anyway, I can try. Maybe the wood's rotten. All right? Here it goes. Kent, my dear fellow, how in the world? It's open. All right, Professor. Throw back the lid. Great heavens. Look. It's true. There is a treasure. Oh, and what a treasure. Oh, diamonds. Hundreds of huge diamonds and emeralds. Look at that green fire. Look. Look, there's more underneath. Red and blue. There must be rubies. And there's gold. Look at all that stuff. Oh, Kent, it's unbelievable. Incredible. It simply can't be true. And yet it is. What? All the money in the world wouldn't buy 1/4 of what's been locked away in that chest for who knows how many years. And it's ours, Kent. Just think of it. It's all ours. I can't believe it, Kent. We really must be dreaming. Up there, Professor. What's the matter with you? To get it out. To get it out. That's what we've got to do, Kent. Quick. Now. Wait. Kent, it's not possible. It's incredible. And it's all ours, Kent. Don't. Okay. I'm joking. Enough. Collapsed. Something queer about this. There's a strange odor in the air. What was that? Craig! The witch doctor. He's outside of the temple. Oh, well, that's the game, is it? Watched us come in here, then he shut the ice door on us.
We'll see how much difference that makes to Superman. Craig tried to knock us out with some kind of gas. Got Peters, all right. Good thing he can't see what happens next. Here it goes. Hard. Almost as hard as steel. Can't stand up against this. Now then, once more and we're up.
There. That does it. Where's that witch doctor now? Oh, throwing knives at me, are you? Well, that's just too bad, my friend, because it shows me where you are. And this time you won't get away. Up. There he goes. Down that gallery. Faster. Faster. Now then. I don't want to hurt him. Craig gone mad. Down we go. Down. Craig. Alonzo Craig. Stop that, you fool. You can't get away. And don't throw that knife either. I said stop. Doesn't know what he's doing. Craig. Captain Craig. Oh. Strong. Strong as that man I ever saw. What they've done to him. I gotta do something. I have to stun him. I hate to do it, but... that does it. He's out cold this time. Now, back to Peters. Here we go, Craig. Back up the gallery. Up. Up. Faster. Ah, there's the glow of the fire. Just around that corner. Have to come down here. Peters has come too. I can't let him see me. Down. Down.
Kent. Kent, where are you? What's happened?
Coming, Professor. This way. Bring your light, will you?
Oh, Kent, what happened to me? Everything went black. I must have collapsed.
Professor, your flashlight, where is it?
I don't know. I've lost it, Kent. I don't understand it.
Neither do I, Professor. There was something in the air of that room. But look what I have here.
What are you carrying? Come nearer the fire. Good heavens.
See, Professor? This is the witch doctor. Did you ever know Captain Craig?
Well, Kent, I can't believe it. It's not possible.
Look at him. I caught him and knocked him out. I had to do it, Professor. He's a madman, a regular fiend.
Oh, heaven help him. Kent, you are right. It is Alonzo Craig.
Give me your belt, quick.
What are you going to do?
Tie him up, of course. Can't have him running off again. Quick, he's beginning to move around.
Oh, Kent, the poor fellow. What can we do?
Get him out of here. And back to civilization, where he can get medical treatment. Oh, what's keeping Walter so long?
He ought to be back any minute now.
Meanwhile, we've got a madman and millions of dollars in gold and gems on our hands. That's it, Professor. Yes. Tie the belt around his feet good and tight. If we ever get out of this, he'll thank us for it. I see.
But, Kent, what about his hand?
My own belt's taking care of that.
Uh-huh.
There. All right. Now then, come back into that treasure chamber. Oh, you needn't worry. Whatever it was that knocked you out is cleared off by now.
Well, if you say so, Kent. Why, that tremendous gate, it's completely shattered.
Yes, isn't it? Must have fallen. Well, then we go.
What are you going to do?
Professor, I'm going to get that treasure chest out of there just as fast as I can. Come on, give me a hand here.
Oh, but Kent, you can't move it. It's not possible.
Oh, yes, we can. It's on a sled, don't you see?
Right.
Come on. It's moving already. Slide it right along in the ice. That's it. Careful now. All right. Get down slow, and I'll push from the back. Right. Ready? That's it. There we go.
It's moving, isn't it? Right. Really, it slides quite easily.
Close it, Bud. Oh, all right, that'll do. Hold it. Stop it right here by the water.
There. Now what? You know, I'm getting that worried about Walter.
So am I. He's been gone over an hour. I don't like the look of things at all. Well, all right. Now then.
Well, what are you doing now?
Putting the witch doctor, Craig, whichever you want to call him, right across the sled on top of the treasure chest. Now, Professor, you and I are going to drag this whole business out of here.
Oh, no, Kent, we can't make it.
Oh, yes, we can. Anyway, we've got to try. Can't wait any longer for Walter. We may meet him on the way up.
Oh, but Kent, we don't know the way out. We don't even know which way Walters went. Wait a moment. Listen, Kent.
What's that? The Indians. They're coming. They're coming down into the temple. Professor, quick. Lend a hand here. Grab hold of the sled.
Kent, if they catch us in here...
Oh, stop for that, Professor. We've got to get out. We've got to get Craig out, too. Pull, will you? Pull.
Kent, we can't do it. No, not that way. That's where they're coming from.
From the gallery, quick. Hey, who's that coming? It's Walter. Hurry, Professor. Walter, hurry. Walter, hurry, Walter.
Professor, what do you think them devils done to Craig?
Captain, I have no idea. It's impossible to say. Maybe in some sort of hypnotic trance. I doubt that. We'll be out of it by now. Or it may be some drug, Indian poison, something that we know nothing whatever about.
Professor, what if it is? I mean, some drug. What can we do?
That remains to be seen, Captain. I fear. Oh, I doubt very much. Poor fellow. 3 years of this. Listen, the dogs. Where's Kent? What are they yelping for? Kent! All right, Captain. Kent, what's going on? Are we starting? Can we make it? Can the dogs make it, Kent? Are they rested? The dogs might make it, but we're not starting. Not now. What do you mean? Listen. Too late. We're caught. The Cunalacas are coming down the trail. We've got to stay where we are and make a stand. We can't do that. They'll kill us. They'll murder every last one. Now they'll do the same if we try to leave, and quicker. Get that axe, Captain Walters. Knock a hole through the wall. Just a small one. I'm going to give them a taste of this rifle. Hurry it up.
Trapped in the igloo, Kent and his comrades hold off the hostile Indians. Night falls, and the Indians make camp outside, waiting, watching.
Kent, what's the time?
A little after midnight, Professor. Something wake you up?
I don't know. What's going on?
No change. I'm keeping watch. As far as I can tell, the Indians have made camp in a circle about 100 yards away. They mean to starve us out.
How many of them are there?
I can't be sure. I think it's just a small war party. The rest of them are back at the temple. That's not my real worry.
But what do you mean?
How's Captain Craig?
Well, the question if he'll ever recover, Kent. He's getting worse.
There's only one thing to do, Professor. If there is some secret, some way of bringing Craig back to health and reason, the Indians are the only ones who know it.
Then I'm afraid Craig is doomed.
Well, get some sleep, Professor. I'll call you when it's your turn to go on watch.
All right, Kent.
Sleep steals again through the dim interior of the tiny igloo, where hope is all but dead. But outside, high over the ice fields of Ellesmere Land, a dim shape hurtles through the night. Superman, red cape streaming in the wind, returns to the sunken temple in the cliffs of ice to force the secret of Craig's madness from the Cunalacca Indians. We find him now in the heart of the secret ice cave.
They're still there. I can hear them chanting. Ah, there they are. And they see me. Now, down into the middle of the temple. Down. Where's your chief? I want to talk to him. And put down those spears. Drop them.
White man, you take pleasure. We kill you, white man.
Oh, you want to fight, do you? I said drop those spears. All right, if you insist on it. All right. Now, where's your chief? Don't try to get away. All right, Chief. You and I are going to talk. What have you done to Alonzo Craig?
You let go. I kill you.
Not this time. What have you done to Alonzo Craig? Quick.
Big white captain. You never know that, white man. I never tell you.
Oh, yes, you will. You'll tell me right now.
I tell you, no. He medicine man. We make him medicine man. He stay medicine man till he die.
You tell me what you've done to Craig, or you'll die right here and now.
Come on, you think so, white man. Go and kill me. Kill all Indians. But you never learn secret of Cunalacca. Never, never. White man, he stay medicine man till he die.
Hold Craig, Walter. Don't let him hurt himself. He's getting delirious. He wasn't as wild as this last night. I tell you, there's going to be a crisis. He can't go on as he is now. Oh, where on earth is Kent?
Peters, how is Captain Craig?
Man,
Godfrey,
mighty.
Well,
where you been?
Mind that now. How's Craig?
But Kent, what did you do?
Peters, how's Craig? Never mind the question.
Kent, he's worse. You see for yourself. He's mad, delirious.
I'm afraid of that. All right, here. You hold him, Walters.
Thank you.
Professor Peters, help me get his mouth open.
Hey, what? Kent, what are you going to do? What's that powder?
I said hold him. Now then, Peters. Just a second now. Do your best, Peters.
Oh, he's locking his teeth. There you are, quickly. There.
That's all good. You got most of it. All right, now water. Make him drink. Force it down his throat. Quick.
Kent, what is it? Where did you get that powder?
Never mind. There's one chance in a million. More water, quick.
Kent, what was that stuff you gave him? Look at him. He
He's turning white. Kent, what have you done? The only thing I could. If I'd killed him, but we had the chance. Kent, Professor, listen. Walters, get the rifle. It's the Indian. Careful, Walters. Watch what you're doing. Kent, they're coming. They're coming sure enough. Hand me the gun. Here you are, quick. No, Walters, don't shoot. Don't. What do you mean, don't shoot? They're right on top of us. They're coming right from the igloo, Kent. They're here. Kent. Walters, give me that gun. Give it here. What do you mean, Kent? They're coming right in. They'll kill us.
White man, we come.
So I see. You'll have to wait, Chief.
We no wait. Where is White Captain, medicine man?
Lying right there. See for yourself.
You wait too long. We do what I say.
You'll wait until I see what happens. If the captain recovers...
Where is treasure? We take treasure now.
Captain Craig! Look at him. He's trying to get out. Craig. Alonzo Craig.
What is it? What happened?
You see, White Captain speak. You give us treasure, we go.
Craig. Captain Craig, it's Walters. Old Ike Walters. Kent, he knows me. Chief, I'll do what I said. You've done your part. You see that chest? Take it. It's yours.
Kent, have you gone out of your mind? That's the Indian treasure.
I know it, but I promised.
White man, now we go. Let you go in peace.
Kent, what have you done? What is it?
Captain Craig, take it easy. It's all right. Walters, how is he? Kent, he's weak, but he knows me. Say, I reckon he'll come out of it after all.
Kent, I don't understand.
Professor, I'm sorry. I did the only thing there was. I went to the Indians. They refused to give me the antidote to the drug. So I bargained with them. I promised to return their treasure if they gave me the antidote.
What is it? You gave them back the treasure? All those gems? That gold?
Oh, it was theirs anyway. We had no right to it. Yes, I gave them back their treasure, Professor, for Captain Craig's life. And it was the best bargain I ever made. Look at the Indians, Professor. They're going back to the Valley of the Ice Cliffs, back to their country. And we're going back to ours with Captain Craig. Come on, we'll get the dog time.
That's foghorn. Last time I heard it, Kent, was over 3 years ago. It's like coming back from the dead.
Oh, we're glad to have you back, Captain Craig. Oh, and that reminds me. This ring. I took it from you in the cave.
No, Kent. I want to say something to you.
Oh, please, Captain.
No, don't worry. I'm not going to even attempt to thank you. There aren't words in the language for that. But I do not want you to return the ring. I want you to keep it.
Captain, it's a family heirloom.
I know. My father gave it to me years ago. He valued it above everything else in the world. And so do I. That's why I want you to have it, Kent.
Captain, now look here.
No, but when you saved a man's life, and more than that, you can't refuse him one small favor.
Well,
Please, Kent. I want you to have this ring. It carries the initials of our family. And there's a secret opening in the back of the seal. Here. Give me your finger.
Captain, I don't know what to say, really.
We won't either of us say anything, Kent. We can't. But I want you to remember that this ring is a symbol. It's a symbol of the saving of a man's soul.
Captain Craig, I'll keep this always, right? Oh, look. Look, there's Captain Walters waving to us from the bridge. We're nearing land. Come on.
The mystery solved. Captain Alonzo Craig returned to health and sanity after 3 years of living burial. And Clark Kent with another amazing, sensational story for the Daily Planet. But even while the expedition makes its way back to civilization, another assignment, even stranger and more bizarre, is taking form. Tune in next time and follow the story of Superman. And remember, be sure to tune in the next thrilling installment of the amazing transcription feature, Superman. Up in the sky! Look! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's Superman!
Superman is a copyrighted feature of